Hello everyone, welcome back to that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel and today I'm going to make myself a tea. And I share a lot of my homemade remedies and teas and honey things and all that. And if you're new and this is your first video watching, I've shared over the month of January just some little health things that I've got going on. I'm feeling much better. Still seeking treatment to try to figure out what's going on in my body, but I'm kind of past that hump where I feel I'm okay enough now to like restart my home treatments. I was doing that like when I first got sick, taking like elderberry tincture and echinacea for the congestion that I had going on, but I paused homemade remedies and stuff while I went through that because I didn't want that to be affecting like any readings or anything like that. So we're gonna go back to just something very generic, simple. And my idea is I just got back from my dermatologist. She said my skin's just in the process of healing itself now. That's why I still have like bumps all over my skin. She said, and she did recommend me go ahead with a Parasite cleanse. So I'm gonna do some of that. This will help a little bit in that area, but what I'm making today is something specific for my gut in case there's something going on with an imbalance of gut bacteria that's causing any of these symptoms, any inflammation there, anything going on with my liver, this will be good for that. And just overall wellness. It is something that you can use daily. One other thing to share with you guys is I cut out all caffeine, so that was very hard. And I wasn't a huge caffeine drinker. I only had 1 cup of coffee a day in the mornings, but we did drink Diet Coke was our thing. So I'm caffeine free for almost a month now. And I figure tea will be a nice warm drink that I can have in the morning or in the evenings and enjoy it. And I do enjoy tea regardless. But this one's specific to kind of anti-bacterial, anti-viral, and just overall wellness. It supposedly may even help with like bloating or if you want to have help losing some excess weight. I'm not going to tout those claims, but supposedly. So what we're making today is 2 things. We're making a kind of an infused honey with a bunch of seasonings, and then I'll be steeping thyme and wormwood for my tea. So let's get to going on making the infused honey, and then we'll make the tea, and then we'll combine the 2. Okay, so for the honey, we have just our raw honey, turmeric, ginger, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and cinnamon. Okay, so that's gonna be what we're starting with. So I'm just gonna pour some of this. It's quite thick. Hold on, I need a spoon. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some of this honey in a jar because I don't want to make a ton of it. Maybe just like a cup's worth. One of the recipes I did read was to add bee pollen to it, but I'm pretty sure our honey has plenty of natural bee pollen already in it. And then I'm gonna go in with a teaspoon of ginger, ground ginger. And there's variations of this where you make it with like the whole natural ingredients and add water to make more, in lemon juice to make more like a shot. That'll probably be another thing I'll be adding to this is some lemon juice in my tea. 1, and then we're gonna go in with 2 teaspoons of turmeric. Turmeric is a herb, so if you are on any medications, you should look at anything that you should avoid with respect to herbs, and turmeric is one of those that can not mix well with other medicines that you might be on. I'm not on anything. We're gonna go, let's go biggest to largest. So that was kind of a heaping teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm gonna go in with a teaspoon of coarse ground black pepper. And then just half a teaspoon of our cayenne. And then we'll give this all a mix. Oops. And this will be just kind of the sweetener that I add to any teas that I'm drinking. Get that all mixed in. All right, I'm gonna go start my water for my tea in the kettle. And then when it's time to put my tea together, I'll come back. And I just like sharing with you guys how I like to just treat myself naturally, because I've really hated this whole process of modern medicine. I appreciate it when it's needed, but I would much prefer to find ways to heal my body naturally. Okay, so that is mixed. I'll be right back when it's time to make our tea. Okay, the water is getting ready to boil, and we're gonna go in with, I think it's like half a teaspoon. So wormwood is a very powerful herb that you don't want to take too much of, because it can damage your kidneys if overdone. And so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of wormwood, and then we're going to go in with thyme. Now, don't expect this to be necessarily a really yummy, flavorful like tea that I would like to drink without something sweetener or acidic added to it, like lemon juice. So that's ready to boil. Put our water on. And I'm going to grab my lemon juice out, and then we'll add our honey. And then I'm just going to take this like once a day. Probably what I'll do, I wanted to make this video for you guys today so you knew what I was doing, and that sound is the water boiling. But I'll probably switch over to taking this as an after dinner drink, because I believe both turmeric and cinnamon can both be natural sleep aids. So I don't want to necessarily make myself tired middle of the afternoon, but I want to get at least the regimen going. And I don't know how long I'll take necessarily the mugwort and thyme tea, but the hot honey is what I'll call it, and I tasted it, and you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember the little cinnamon red hots when you were a kid? It's very similar to that. So I'll probably use that daily in my tea until it's gone. And if I really notice benefits of it, and to really see benefits, you need to take it like 4 to 8 weeks. So hopefully this gets me through the first month, and then I'll make some more. And yeah, if I really notice benefits, I'll make another batch. On the Parasite cleanse, I'll tell you what my doctor recommended, and I'm going to do a whole bunch of research. Like, I never just take somebody's suggestion, whether it's you guys or doctors. I have to like study it myself. But she did have me take a picture. She had her bottle of what she takes at the doctor's office, and it's called Cleanse 24. And she said take it 2 pills for a month. And it looked like it was like a natural supplement of some kind. So I'm going to research Cleanse 24, see what's in it. If it's something I can make myself, I'll just make it myself. And maybe that'll be a future video on doing the Parasite cleanse. So my water's boiling. Let's get that. And I'm going to let this steep for 7 minutes. You could go up to 10 minutes. And then I'm just going to be using bottled lemon juice because that's what I have always on hand. And it's, I really appreciate this brand. And if you want to support a family-owned business in California right now, they're a Christian company, a beautiful family-owned and operated. Lucy's, I buy it in bulk, and they're just very, very friendly, wonderful company to work with. All right, so come back for the taste test and the final put together of this tea. And I hope it inspires you, whether you're comfortable not necessarily either not going to the doctor or, you know, for modern medicine, but wanting to treat yourself at home, or at least giving you something that you can go, and I always encourage everyone, do your own research. So look into these ingredients that I added today. What are the health benefits? What are the things that you need to avoid if you're on other regimens in your household? And then proper usage of it. So I'm just gonna have 1 cup a day, and that's gonna be it for me. And I will see you guys back for the taste test. Okay, it's been actually about 8 minutes. It's a nice, lovely green tea. Go in with just about a teaspoon or so of honey, or excuse me, of lemon juice. And then our honey. You see that? Okay, put my lid on, and I'll set this over by my tea making station. It definitely has that kick in your throat. I've never had anything like it, so I have nothing to compare it to. It's an easy drink, but you do feel the pepper, whether it's the cayenne pepper or the black pepper in the back of your throat. Not too much, but I definitely feel it. It's nice. It's a definite warm you up type of drink. All right. Well, thanks guys. That's how I'm gonna be treating myself right now while I feel well. You know, no congestion, runny nose, no real aches and pains to speak of. I could use an energy boost, so I'm just doing some vitamin B for that. Maybe this will have a little energy boost too, we'll see. So I'll report back sometime in February and let you know if I'm seeing any benefits, and then probably what I learned from, at some point in time, from doing a Parasite cleanse. So all the best to you. Winter's just a terrible time. We're all stuck indoors for the most part, and tough to get out on those really frigid days. And sometimes it leads to, you know, kids getting sick, people getting sick, the more you are indoors. So how can you treat yourself a little bit better? So I'll see you guys on the next video. All the best.